It really didn't sound like the congressional panel was convinced by Xiao Zichu. Do you think a ban is imminent?
Look, he clearly did not succeed in persuading lawmakers that TikTok is not controlled by ByteDance. I think a lot of the criticisms have to do with our system of privacy. We don't have legal limits on what companies can collect and use and share in the way of data. But the specific problems of TikTok go beyond that. When I was in the Obama administration in 2012, I made the decision to keep Huawei and ZTE, the Chinese telecom companies, out of testing for use in public safety systems in the U.S. on national security grounds. And I was frankly not persuaded then that either of those companies was acting as an instrument of the Chinese government. But certainly there was the risk that if asked, if tasked, they would do that. And that risk is only much greater now. I'm also one of 4 million employees of the federal government whose security clearance information is now evidently in Chinese hands. We've seen sort of systematic efforts to collect an enormous amount of data on yes. Americans. And at the end of the day, it was clear from the testimony that Mr. Chu reports to the CEO of ByteDance. ByteDance controls TikTok.
That may be the case. That may be the case, Cameron. But what do you make of these plans to separate the user data of Americans, store it in the country, in a new division called U.S. Data Security, which will be monitored by Oracle? An effort called Project Texas. Isn't this a Fort Knox of user data, and why should Congress doubt this idea?
Because there's still the legal control, and I think that's the step that's missing here. So I don't think a shutdown, a ban, a complete divestiture is needed. But I do think you have to separate that legal control. So, Microsoft in Germany, to deal with concerns about transfers of data and access to data by U.S. security, set up a trust system where it turned over the legal control for its cloud services in Germany and operated them. And retained a beneficial interest. I think you could do something like that with a trust arrangement and separate the legal control that ByteDance has from the benefit of its ownership